Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel, Riches Revealed, where I'll teach you to become billionaire. Absolutely everyone wants to know how to make $10,000 a month as a student. The only issue is there's a lot of BS out there. There's a lot of misinformation and a lot of people making it seem much easier than it actually is. So in today's video on Riches Revealed, where I teach people to make money so easily, so quickly, and in such large amounts, I'm going to break down the three main components you need to focus on in order to make $10,000 a month as a student. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you the three main components you need. The first thing you need in order to hit $10,000 a month as a student is the right vehicle. Let me explain what I mean. You see, you need a means, an opportunity that is big enough, but not too risky. You can actually achieve $10,000 a month as a student. I will say that hitting $10,000 a month is not easy, and I'm not trying to be insensitive here. I understand that I was a fringe case. I hit $10,000 a month when I was 17 years old. But I'm going to talk about that a little later in this video, and how I actually got to that place. I hit $10,000 a month when I was 17 years old, and by the end of that year, before I turned 18, I was hitting $30,000 to $40,000 a month. So I'm speaking here from experience. You need a vehicle, a way that you can make that sort of money, but in a way where you're not going to risk losing all of the money you do have. The first thing I will tell you is that trading is out the window. I'm going to be very honest with you. There are a lot of traders out there who are trying to sell you BS because when you sign up with their little affiliate link and get your $10 free, blah, blah, blah. When you lose money, that's actually where they make money. They don't make money on the little $10 or $20 sign-up bonus they get when you join. They make money when you lose. They're literally incentivized for you to lose. And listen, that's just the honest truth of it. Even if you have $1,000, for you to take $1,000 and turn that into $10,000 or $20,000 in a single year is actually very difficult. The number of successful trades and the average return on all those successful trades is very, very low. On the other hand, if you take $1,000 and invest that into starting a very lean online business, by the end of the year, you could be talking tens of thousands of dollars. I don't think it's realistic to expect that you'll hit hundreds of thousands of dollars in your first year. It happens sometimes, but it's very unrealistic. However, definitely by the end of the year, you should be making more than your average salary if you were just working a traditional 9-to-5 job. The best part is, you should be able to do it all while being a student. To make money, you need something that generates free cash flow, meaning profit you can actually use. People often look at net worth and think, oh, he has a $100 million net worth. But if all that net worth is tied up in a company, he can't take money out due to investors or other reasons. Similarly, many people in real estate have a high portfolio value, but not much cash on hand. They're wealthy, but their money is tied up. When starting a business, you don't want to be in that position. For example, building a proper e-commerce brand can be tough. Even with 50% margins, you can't keep all the profit because you need to reinvest it into new stock. This makes it challenging to maintain cash flow, especially if the product is difficult to produce. If you're producing 5,000 to 10,000 units, it might take 3 to 5 months, depending on the time of year. Even if it looks like a $1.50 million-year business with 50% margins, you can't keep that profit because you need to reinvest in the business. This is different from a service-based business. For example, if you're offering services like building marketing funnels, creating short-form content for TikTok and Reels, or managing Google ads for e-commerce brands, the service must have high perceived value or high leverage. High perceived value means the client feels it's worth paying for, like $11,000 or $33,000 a month. High leverage means you can scale your service. For instance, as an online personal trainer, to make $10,000 a month, you might need to hire other coaches. You do some coaching, but you also have trainers working under you. If you work with local gyms and pay trainers a small fee while they handle most of the coaching, that's leverage. Or if you run a YouTube thumbnail agency and hire someone remotely for $11,000 a month, their work could generate $3,000 to $5,000 a month for your business. This allows you to delegate tasks and focus on growth. Offer a valuable service or consulting to make $10,000 a month as a solopreneur. Realistically, you can manage solo until you hit $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Then use leverage to earn more overall by having others handle the work. These business models won't make you $100 million, but they also won't leave you broke like many other ventures. I didn't feel like I had the skills or influence to start a business worth hundreds of millions, so I started a service-based business in 2016. I ran it for 6 years and managed to make $150,000 a month in profit. It never grew beyond that, but I was happy running it lean and remote. The business model that gets you to $10K a month might not get you to $100 million, but that's okay. Take baby steps and choose the right vehicle for your career stage. Once you find the right vehicle, stretch out the timeline. Social media can make you feel inadequate, but remember that making $4,000 a month with location and time freedom is still a huge achievement. Feeling depressed about not making $10,000 a month is tough, especially with social media's influence. I admit I play a part in that perception because what I've achieved is rare. My success is a mix of hard work, timing, and luck. I always remind people that in 2015 I was broke, starting a business to support myself and my single mom. I went to the gym daily, read a book a week, and shared it on YouTube. My first venture in 2014 was more of a side hustle, making a few thousand a month for a few months before moving on. It took me 3 years of effort from 2014 to 2017 to hit my first $10,000 a month. That's totally fine. And honestly, it's pretty cool. If you work as hard as I did, do I think it'll take you 3 years? Not really, because the internet moves so fast now. Back in 2014, I didn't have the opportunities you have today. Even getting payment processes was a struggle, especially as a 14-year-old. So, do I think it'll take you 3 years? No, I honestly don't. But even if it does, who cares? It's super important to set your expectations for making $10,000 a month, not in months, but in years. Think about how many years it could take. If you achieve it quicker, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Wealth is built slowly over time, but definitely try to make as much money as you can, ethically and morally. I'm just trying to set realistic expectations. If you give your best for 6 months and expect to be making $7,000 by then, it can be discouraging if you don't hit that mark. Making $10K a month is more than just a goal. It's about establishing your financial identity. It's about setting that as your baseline. As I mentioned, your financial identity isn't just what you're aiming for. It's about feeling off if you're below that. You should feel like you're better than that. Freelancing, e-commerce, investing, content creation, online courses, and affiliate marketing are among the best ways to earn $10K a month. So the first step is to reach that $10K a month mark. Once you achieve that, make it your financial identity. Once that's solid and locked in, you can continue to work your way up. I hope this has been helpful, and as always, thank you for watching.
Subscribe my channel if you wanted to make billions of dollars super fast and work hard, because working hard always pays off.